Hey, how y'all doing out there? My name C Black. Um, I just changed my name to Cash De Niro, but check out the Cash De Niro show and the C Black show. I like to tell a story, and this is for black men to wake up. Out there. It's a true story. Starts back November the 1st, 2017. I was traveling and I had been in this place in the Midwest. November the 3rd, my house got raided by an informant that I asked to help move some furniture for me. So when he walks in the house, he's looking like, first thing he says is, "Man, you must work for the mafia." And I said, "Why would you say that?" He said, "Because you always have such nice houses." And I'm like, "How do you know? This is the first house you ever been to." So it made me think something was wrong about him. Police came 3 hours after he left. Came 2 more times the next day. I was arrested the 3rd time. He was standing outside when I got arrested. Stayed in jail 27 days. The police and the DA argued with the judge that I don't get released. My lawyer got me released November the 27th, 2017. I get out. I knew a friend because they seized my house, my cell phones and all of that was with the DA. They wasn't going to get a house back until after court, and I was going to have to sue them to get my house and money back. But that's after court. So I was hanging out with this guy that I knew better than hanging out with. And he tells me, he says, "Hey, well, tomorrow," he says, "Hey, man, if you get in a fight, man, I got your back." And I was kind of wondering, like, why are you talking about fighting? We've been chilling all day. So, the next day, the informant, the next day, I was sitting outside around about 7 at night. It was cold outside, smoking a cigarette. So, the cops pull up. They pull up and they start walking around like they're looking for something. They're walking around like they're looking for something. And they're walking around like they're looking for something. So when they get close to me, I kind of noticed it. I said, "Hey, I'm gonna go back in the building." But it was one of those type of buildings where you have to go inside and get on the elevator, get to your apartment or whatever. So as I get ready to go in there, earlier I had noticed this guy, and the guy looked like I hadn't seen him around now. So I was always kind of like, I didn't pay him no mind because I wasn't bothering him. So he taps me on the shoulder. I turn around, and as I turn around, I see how close the police car is, like 3 feet away from us, maybe 4 or 5. And they're out walking around. And he says, "Ask me for something illegal." I said, "Man, I said, I don't have anything. I'm fresh out on bond. I don't have anything. You know what I'm saying? I don't, do stuff like that, whatever." As I turn around to go back in the building, the informant now appears, taps me on the shoulder, say, "Hey, let's go around the corner and fight." And I'm thinking, like, you the informant, you got my house raided. I supposed to be looking for you. So he was like, "Yeah, man, you owe me some money." I was like, "Owe you some money? I don't owe you shit but an ass whooping," you know what I mean? So as I get ready to go somewhere because the police is right there, go somewhere so we can go somewhere and, get in our differences, I think I left some stuff upstairs. I go upstairs. I whisper in the dude's ear who told me that we was gonna have to fight or whatever. I mean, if something happened, you know. As I turn around, the guy steals on me. When they steal on me, he grabs my hands. So, well, somebody grabs, the people who broke up the fight grab my hands. So I'm thinking, why would you grab my hands if somebody just walked in the building and punched me? Why would y'all grab my hands? You should grab his hands. He's the one that punched me. Anyway, my mind is stuck dead on getting his ass. I said, oh yeah, you ain't getting away with that shit. I done been through too much. I'm just getting out of jail. I'm on bail. For burglary of my house. I went to jail for burglary of my house when they couldn't find whatever they was looking for, yeah, I went to jail. I went to jail for burglary of my own house, and I had a lease, keys to the residence, and I had change of address. Actually, they went to jail with me. So I went to jail for burglary. How can I go to jail for burglary? Like, you know, whatever. So I go outside. The police is still out there. Now, at this time, I walk around the corner looking for the guy because I stayed on his trail when he punched me and all the shit was over. And this guy, the guy who started the whole thing, he's like, yeah, man, you shouldn't. He's like, yeah, man, you shouldn't your bail, man. What about your bail? I said, man, fuck that bail, man. I said, I ain't finna let no nigga put their hands on me. Get away putting their hands on me. So I see him. I run up, I catch him on the dark street, I run up from behind, I punch him. I said, what's up? What's happening? The guy wanted to hit me back so bad, but he just couldn't cross that threshold. Now I thought to myself, I said, now, what type of guy punches a man in a building where they know the police is outside? You show up when the police show up. I already got my house raided. And now I got you on the dark street, you don't want to fight no more. And I punched you. Excuse me. I stayed out there with him about 10 minutes. We went back. I realized I can't lay at a place that my enemy know. That's my rule. If I'm beefing with somebody, I'm finna leave. You know what I'm saying? So before then, I met this girl because I was staying with a guy friend that I knew, and I was like, I would go out and look for girls, like, you know, like, let me meet a girl and I can move in with her, help her at the same time, because, you know, I got a good job, you know what I mean? So I meet this girl. Her name is Brandy. You know what I mean? Brandy Denise Petty. I meet her. You know, I said something to her. So I said, can I have your number? She was like, nah, give me your number. But the DA has my phone and everything until Monday, because I was actually, if the place was closed where I had to pick it up at, so it wouldn't be open until Monday. You know what I mean? So Monday, okay, she was like, nah, whoop the whoop. So I leave. Monday come, I get my phone back from the DA and my computers, and didn't get my paperwork back, but it's all good. To my businesses that I own. When they tried to say that I was doing something else, I had all my business paperwork in my house. And so, I gets out of jail, and you got, my nerves is running bad, y'all, because this story is like really fucked up. It's really, really fucked up. So my nerves are really like so fucked up. But anyway, okay, so I met her, and I after I got my phone back, I seen her again. So I said, hey man, listen, I got a number. Here's my number back. You know, I got an AT&T service. You know, here's my number. 3 days later, she called me. She was like, why don't you come over? I came over. You know, I was really trying to sleep, because I was just honestly wasn't trying to have sex with her. I was just really trying to get some sleep. And it was like she just kept, you know, sweating me for sex, so I just gave it to her. So the next morning I wake up and I leave. I do that 2 times, like once a week I do that. So when this happened, I'm in a place where I don't know where I'm at. So, well, I know where I'm at, but I'm not from here. well, the place that I was at. So I called her. I said, hey man, listen, some shit just jumped off. I can't go back. I can't go back to where I live at right now at the moment. Can I come over there? It was around about 10 o'clock at night when I called her. She was like, sure. This was around in December last year. So I go to her house. Actually, it was probably about December the 15th or the 13th. It was something like that. So I go to her house, and I asked, I say, do you mind if I stay with you for a minute, because I couldn't go back over there where I was at. And so she's like, sure, yeah. So the next day I wake up, the next morning I wake up, and she leaves and I leave. She goes to get to some appointment. She goes to an appointment, or something she said she had to go. But she said she'll be right back. She goes to the appointment. I try to make it to, I'm in the hood. I done went from a mansion. My house was worth $116,000 that they rated, first of all. So I done went from there to the projects of a place that I really don't know where I'm at. So, and I can't leave. I can't go home because I'm on bond. And the judge told me that if I jumped that bond, she would add 2 years to whatever they gave me. So basically, she was saying, if you beat the case, you're not going to beat the case if you run. So I couldn't go anywhere. So, I go to the store that morning. I was trying to find the store that sells single cigarettes. I got lost. And by the time I made it back there, my backpack was gone. I had a bag, because I was kind of like semi-homeless because they seized my house till the case was over. So, my backpack is gone. I left it like as soon as you come in the door by the couch. I'm like, my backpack is gone, whoop the whoop, this, that. So I call her. I look around. I don't see the house being broken into or anything. So I call her. She says, your backpack gone. I said, did you move my backpack? She said, no, I ain't even been back there. What do you mean? So she comes back, man, my house ain't never been broken into until you came over here. So I'm like, okay, but I'm going to break in and steal my own property. So she calls the cops. She asked if I wanted to leave, I could leave. I said no, because I'm going to use that as when I sue them for this case that I'm going to beat. Because I had no business over here. I was supposed to be at my own house. So the cop comes, and there was two things that was real suspicious when the cop came. He said, how did they get in? She said, through the window. He said, the cop says, okay, so why? I don't see the window broke. She said, oh, I left it unlocked. He looked at her. He said, oh, for my kids, when I come home late from work, they jump through the window or something like that. So going into the hallway, it's a purse hanging on the hallway door. So he said, was this purse here doing the crime? She says, yes. He says, now something fishy about this. Because I'm a cop, and if I break in this house, I'm going to steal the purse. So he leaves and whatever, make a long story short. These three guys come to the door. I'm outside smoking. She don't smoke. You gotta go outside and smoke. I'm outside smoking. These three guys come. They looking angry like I broke in their house, because two apartments got broke in right side by side, but on the opposite side of the building or whatever. So they come and they're like looking at me like I broke in the house. I'm like, I don't even know where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? Like, how can I break in a place and carry? And they was like, oh, my big screen TV and this and that. So the next morning, I stayed there because she was like, you can stay here while I'm going to work. I stayed there, and you can hear everything in the apartments. So I hear the same three guys who had their house broken into. But before that, the same day, when the cop was there, I went around and talked to his girlfriend, the guy's girlfriend whose house supposed to have been broken into. And I was asking her what she seen, and the guy was like, you want something to eat? And she was like, nah, I don't want nothing to eat. And she said, your ugly ass homeboys probably did it. And I'm thinking, but I'm in a place where these motherfuckers is low down, dirty than a motherfucker. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm thinking, why would he break in his own house and you his girlfriend? My girl was standing there listening to everything. She just shoots off. So I shoot off after her. Like, what's wrong? She's like, I got a place to go, and I gotta go get some soda pop for my kids, and I said, thinking in my mind, I said, I was just asking questions about, you was flirting with her. Now, why would I be flirting with a dude girlfriend that just right there, that just left? And that's why I started realizing, I said, she's not trying to find out who broke in her house, evidently. And the only reason that could be is because you set it up. So, it was in the middle of the winter. I had nowhere to go. I was on bond, so I had no choice but to stay there. And that's why, and I stayed there, and I did things for her. I did plumbing work. I was a man to her. When I got money and had a little job, and I worked my job, and I gave her money whenever she needed for something. Took care of her, but she was always, you messing with somebody, you're doing this. And I thought to myself, I say, you have to be doing some messed up stuff, for you to be accusing me of things, and I ain't did nothing. You feel what I'm saying? So make a long story short, when she get her income tax, plus she gets some more money, like she had run, I would estimate, she never told me how much she had, I would estimate around about 30,000, maybe 10,000, I don't know. She hands me $100 bill. I look at her like, this must be my walking papers. Like, basically, you saying I got my money, nigga, you can kick rocks. So, her kid got through out of school. She wants me to babysit. I say, man, look, I got things to do. You already done gave me $100. And she poured water in my computer that I had a studio in. You feel what I'm saying? So, I'm like, you need to replace that. She put up a big old fight about that. How can you destroy somebody's property and then you don't want to fix it? You don't want to buy, repair it or whatever. So, she throws me out. I leave. I never try to call her back. She called me. I act like I didn't know who she was. Finally, the day comes by maybe 2 weeks after calling me. She calls me back. She gives me like $400 in cash. She said, I'm going to come back and get you. I'm going to take you out. I'm going to take you shopping. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. I said, cool. So after about 3 days, she get a hotel for a week. A luxury hotel. So after about 3 days, after about a week, I'm looking like you buying $100 dinners. I'm counting up all this money being wasted. $100 dinners. You buy me tennis shoes. You buy me clothes. You buy me everything I thought about. I said, well, since you spent about a good $3,000 on me. And so I say, you need to get me something that's, at the time they seized all my cars and stuff. So I say, why don't you give me a car so I can make more money because I own the business. And she said, no, whoop the whoop, bam, you gonna get a car, pick up some women. And I became really furious because, see, we was on 2 different patterns. She wasn't trying to be with me for long term. I was planning to be with her for long term. So I was thinking of getting stuff that could help us, as was one. And I got angry because I seen that she wasted a lot of money. She could have bought me a car. And I asked, I said, so if you had the choice to buy me a car, would you buy me the car? She said, I ain't buying no man no car. So I kind of, I never stayed with her. She wanted me to come back with her. I never came back with her. She moved to these new apartments or whatever. Now the dude that broke in the house, going back a little bit in the past, he kept coming around me, and I kept telling her, like, I went over his house one day because he was like, we both victims and all that, and he was like on the phone texting, and he was like, you don't never let the person know your next move. And I'm like, how would you know that? Because the only person that knows me is Brandy, and I don't let her know nothing. So he gets shot in the head. Go figure. Maybe a month later, okay, she moves to these new apartments. I don't live there. I just come by and visit with her from time to time. You know what I'm saying? So, when I go over there, I notice this one guy walks up to the apartment. We were sitting in the truck. Walks off, talk to some dudes. Come up, speak to her. Come around the truck and try to introduce himself to me. And at that point, I was like, hey, man, I threw my hands up. I said, man, I don't know you like that, bro. He's like, I want to sell you the speaker. So I was like, man, I'm broke, man. I ain't got no money for no speaker. You feel what I'm saying? So he leaves and he goes and sits on the corner where he can watch me. So I said, man, broke ass nigga, man. I can't stand these broke ass niggas. So she just get the, you broke too, whoop whoop, because I've been telling her I'm broke. You feel what I'm saying? But I got stacked, you know, so I had a stack. I was tired of calling me broke and shit. Pulled out a stack on her motherfucking ass. She still was talking shit. So I'm thinking, damn, you like this nigga like this? So the day after that, she came and got me. We was kicking it. I gave her some gas money because she was talking about she had went broke and shit. I'm like, how the fuck you go broke? And you know what I'm saying? This and that and the other, whoop the whoop. So I give her some gas money. She drops the kids off, go to the, supposed to go to the gas station. She usually go where she say she going, but this day she went to Family Dollar. Staying there 15 minutes. She comes out with the guy. He opens the passenger side door. He gets in the back. And I'm so furious. Like, why would you put this motherfucker that I told you I don't like behind me? Sitting behind me. And so she drops him off. She takes this other lady somewhere. Now my business card, and I can have money to make. I didn't get gas, so I said, get my money back. Oh, I made money. Woo. Dude is asking her for it was a dude, him and an older lady. He gets in the back seat. He asks an old lady for $2. So I'm wondering how you get your gas money. You know what I mean? So I'm furious. I got so mad at her for that. So my brother comes to town to see me. He rents he has a friend that had a apartment or whatever. Let him stay there instead of getting a hotel room until they find me. And Mother's Day coming up. So I was telling my brother about this girl, like, cause I'm like, man, what's up with her? I really think she trying to rob me or whatever. So my brother says, okay, man, if you feel like that, don't bring her around us and my mom, cause my mom was down here too. I don't know, when life hitting you so fast, you make stupid decisions. So me, you know, because I was calling this girl a lot of bitches and hoes and shit like that while she was spending all this money on me. And I kind of felt bad for that because I'm like, man, if somebody spent $4,000 on you, whether they spent it the way you wanted them to or not, they still spent it on you, so you ain't supposed to be calling them bitches and hoes because they won't buy you a car. But she also took me to get a car and got to the place to buy a charger and then told me she didn't have enough money. So why would you take me to a place to buy me a car and then tell me you don't have enough money? Fine. And then she kept saying, this is my kids' money, but I gave you money. And it, you know. So I take her to meet my mom. After my brother say don't do it. I noticed after that my brother started having an attitude with me. Mother's Day came around. And I got her hair done. I paid her light bill. I gave her like $50 in gas. And we go over there for Mother's Day. Why 2 days later my mama called me and asked me. I mean, it was a good morning. My business had made a bunch of money. And I was I was leaving to go down the street. I get a phone call from my mom's. I'm like, my mom's really usually don't call me like that. It's like 9:30 in the morning. So I answered, hello, you been over here? I was like, no, I ain't been over here. She said, you sure you ain't been over here? I said, no, I haven't been over there. Why? She said, because I walked in the living room and the TV is gone. Our big screen TV. The TV that Brandy was just over there asking about, like what size TV that is, and that's a nice TV. She was basically giving the hints that she was going to take the TV. So, my body basically shut down once I heard that some men had came in the house where my mom was at and took a TV, and if my mom would have came out the room, they could have killed my mama. And I've been so devastated. And my brother, he And my mom, she like, I know you wouldn't do me like that, and if you did do me like that, you know, it's like everything that they do, I figured out at the end of the game that they lead the victim to look like he the one that did it, or had something to do with it. And you know, I never had a woman to ever do me like that in my life, to ever even take something from me. I never had a woman to ever do anything like that. And it broke my heart, and it destroyed a lot of things for me, because now, which is better for me, because I lived my life and I had a lot of women in my life. And, you know, and I look at it like this. You know, I still worry about my mom. My mom has moved to another place, and I try to call her, and she be kind of nervous sometimes, because she thinking I might try to set up or something. And man, it's like, I'm like, you just really destroyed a good man, like, for real. Like, I took care of people all my life, man. And one thing that I noticed is y'all forgive me, I'm down in Miami right now, but one thing that I noticed is that all of the people that I always took care of, they always came and backstabbed me. But not like that. Not like, do harm to me. Don't bring my mama involved in it. And you know, it just broke my heart. Like, my heart is so broken right now. And it's like, you know, I know, like, now it's like, I never get married. I never have a girlfriend again in life. Like, real talk. Like, because I'm afraid, like, women can get into, you know, and it's like, they're like water. They can seep through the cracks. All you gotta do is just sit there and watch you. You don't know if the woman that you done married is just basically setting you up to get you robbed or killed or anything, man. She could be doing anything. And women are always want to know what things that ain't got nothing to do with them. And you know, our black, man, like, that's sad, man. That's sad, you know. But I wanted to tell that story, man, because I feel like that's a story that need to be told. And if somebody going through symptoms like that, somebody who always accusing you of cheating and stuff like that, and you ain't cheated on nobody, get away from them people, man. And you know me, I have survived hits on my head. I survived everything just to fall to the wayside over a fucking woman. You feel what I'm saying? Just to fall to the wayside over a fucking woman. So that's when I realized, you know, man, that's the only way for me to survive now. Cause now when I bring a woman home to mom, she gonna be wondering if she trying to set up to get a robbed. Can you blame her? You know, my mom was checking her life insurance, and it tears me up, man. You know, my brother got mad at me. All my family members got mad at me. And I'm tore up now, like, man, like, now it's a whole new leaf for her doing that. It's like, I ain't trusting no woman. Like, I ain't never trusted a woman, and I still got caught slipping. You feel what I'm saying? The woman I was with, I didn't trust her, and still got caught slipping. You feel what I'm saying? And slippers count. You feel what I'm saying? Don't matter if you a straight up G, don't matter if you got A's and everything, slippers count. So men out there, I'm just saying, watch out for the signs, man. And we have to come to a conclusion, man. Our black women just don't love us, man. They don't. They don't respect us. They don't love us. And we're just there as a pawn to help them get over the bridge. You got kids. You need somebody to help take care of them. You're not marrying a man because you love that man. You marry that man because you got 3 kids by niggas who probably was smart and got the fuck away from your ass. And you know, and you know, I was like, I ain't been able to eat. You know what I'm saying? I had to force myself to eat, man, because nothing like that has ever happened to my mom's. And I don't know what happened because she won't really tell me a lot. I don't know what they came there and did. Well, anyway, man, I just want y'all to watch out for the signs, black men. Watch out for the signs, man. Do not trust your woman, man. Because trust takes a long time, man. Trust takes a long fucking time. Take 10 years, 20 years, 30 years. And what's so fucked up about trust and love is motherfuckers play like they love you for 40 years and not even give a fuck about you. And a woman can sit up and play that shit off and don't like you, don't care about you, and be cheating on you and everything. Play that shit off like a motherfucker. And they use food too. Cause old girl, she used to cook for me every time I was fucking hungry. She would cook. I could talk about food. She could cook a whole damn meal. You know what I mean? But I'm just saying, man, just watch out for the signs, man. Just watch out for the signs, bro. You know what I mean? I would hate to see, you know, something like that happen. And something like that happen and people lose their lives, man, over a fucking TV. Y'all be cool, man. C Black, Cash the Nero. Fuck with me on YouTube, man. Check out my videos, yo. Peace.